Good morning, welcome to day 2 of us walking Hadrian's Wall. Yesterday we covered the nearly 15 miles from Bowness on Solway to Carlisle. Now we're doing Carlisle to Lanercost Priory. So let's keep showing Hadrian what's happened to his wall. Off we go.
Starting in Bitts Park, we soon came across this memorial to a man called Tony Jackson, who seems to have helped make the Hadrian's Wall path possible, so thank you Tony. The path then took us through the Swifts Nature Reserve, where we saw several dogs enjoying a swim in the Eden. After briefly passing through Rickaby Park, I showed Hadrian what I now know is the Rickaby Park Folly, an octagonal 18th century Gothic style tower. Continuing along the path, we eventually had to cross the M6 motorway and enter the village of Linstock, where we made our way through the village and eventually into some wonderful countryside. The path then made its way back to the River Eden, and along the way we passed this rather magnificent looking place called Eden Grove, and then eventually made our way into Crosby on Eden. Leaving Crosby on Eden, I very quickly had the opportunity to show Hadrian some alpacas before we crossed over the main road and continued on the walk. From here, the path narrows as it winds through a stretch of rough heathland before opening out into fields and farmland as we continue towards Bleetarn, with the landscape becoming increasingly rural as we left Carlisle behind. Near Bleetarn, we stopped for a quick bit of lunch and a chance to recharge before setting off once again, this time heading towards Newtown. Along this stretch, the path took us through a lovely shaded area just north of Carlisle Lake District Airport, and along the way we came across a few sheep on the path who promptly jumped out of the way as soon as we approached. Near Newtown, we spotted what looked like a piece of wall sticking out of the grass, so I showed it to Hadrian just on the off chance that it was actually part of the wall. Arriving in Newtown, we took advantage of one of the many honesty huts you can find along the wall for a much needed cup of tea before continuing on our walk. From Newtown we continued along the route towards Lanercost, although a diversion meant that quite a bit of this section was spent walking along the road. It wasn't quite the path we had expected, but eventually we were able to leave the road behind and rejoin the farmland path, continuing on our journey towards Lanercost Priory. Making our way down into Lanercost, I showed Hadrian the priory made of stone from his wall, and then we ended with something special.
Finishing the day by finally getting round to seeing this.